Ladies and gentlemen, we are buzzing to be joined by Idris Virgo tonight. The man, the myth, the legend, a epic self-promoter, brilliant fighter, explosive. Like, listen, sitting there with a money t-shirt on, we know exactly what the geezer's about. And he's good to go. How are you doing, dude?
So you forgot to mention the one, the only.
The one, you are definitely the one and only, dude. Listen, with a name like Idris Virgo, there can only be one and only, isn't there?
There we go, there we go. I'm sweet, man. I'm sweet. How are you guys, man?
Yeah,
How's
really good.
been?
Very good, mate.
Really
Buzzing
good,
to be on this podcast finally, man. Took your time to reach out to me. Took your time.
This is where what we call vitamin J, which is Jake. This is where this is what we have him for. You know, like he's just like. Let's start Crystal Palace, because I was there. Ian had to work, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You look fantastic, right?
Yes.
It was a quality performance. It was a fight of the night, without a shadow of a doubt. I walked past you a couple of times when you were standing after your bout, and oh my God, that's Idris from Love Island. But no, you look fantastic, mate. My question to you right now: are you a super middle? Are you a light heavy? Or are you anything and everything? Like, name it, you're in.
Just name it. What you just said. Name it. I'm in. Like I'm showing all these people. Like I could go from super middle. I could go to middleweight. I could go to light heavy, and I could go to even cruiserweight and maintain my power. You know what I mean? Like I could do it all. I'm just showing these people how they should be doing it. So if there is a big fight at light heavy, I'll step up. If there's a big fight at super middle, I'll step down. Just either way the table turns, really.
I mean, what kind of weight do you walk around at? Like, is super middle? Okay, wait, maybe don't answer that. But is super middle is super middle a strong one for you to make?
Yeah, I'm like. I would say I'm the black Canelo, the black Mexican Canelo. I would say from the UK. So I think I'll be better at super middle. To be honest with you, I think I'll be better at super middle. But then again, if there's opportunity, what turns up at light heavy, for example, Tommy Fury, I'll step up and fight. I only want big fights. I want fights that's got meaning behind it. Yeah. Right about now, 2022, I want fights, as I said, what's got meaning. I can't be asked with these half-hearted fights. I'm doing all this training. I might as well get paid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure. Like, you know, I've done a decent amount of like watching your interviews and stuff just over the bit since you went on Love Island, you popped up, right? It was a very, very smart move on your part to get that level of exposure. Yeah. Like how wild was it going from Love Island whilst being an active pro at the time? Because, you know, like I don't want to say you are doing it the hard way. Yeah. But you've done a very, very clever thing in the promotion and the noise that you make. Like everyone's heard of the name in the industry, you know. Whether they're fans, whether they're not, it doesn't matter. They still just want to see it happen. They're going to tune into you. You're an exciting fighter. And, you know, some of the stuff, you know, the magic bottle incident, for example, right? Only puts bums in seats, only brings eyes to the table. Like, I personally, I'm all about the shameless self-sale, which reminds me, support for this podcast was brought to you by Market Squawk. I know, Idris, I know you love a sponsor. So I'm just going to shout out our sponsor, Market Squawk. They may have a little word with you. You never know. Marketsquawk.co.uk, powered by Live Squawk. Thank you very much, please. Anyway, Idris. So in an ideal situation for you, super middle is a lot more open domestically. That, I mean, like light heavy is wild at the minute. UK wise, come on now. Our boy Dan Aziz is champ. Yard, Linden, Callum, he's got COVID. Rest, blessed. Let's hope he makes a speedy recovery. You know, Josh Bawatsi. Light heavy is serious, mate. Just domestically, let alone when you go up to like world level. World level is serious too. The opportunities are vast.
You think in light heavy? I thought it was quite a boring division.
Really?
There's not that much excitement, yeah.
You cheeky! Come on. All right, run me through, because I know you're not going to be afraid, right? Yeah. Of our big boys at light heavy, like you versus Dan. Let's start there, because you made it to Love Island and they mugged him off a little bit. They had him in, and then he was just like, they just stopped phoning me for some reason.
Who?
Right?
Who that Dan gigs up?
Dan Aziz, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. How rude,
I didn't know
right?
about that.
Yeah. So like you and Dan Aziz, talk to me. Like, because you're similar height. I think you're a little bit taller than him. You know, you're that same sort of very explosive.
Yeah.
Just horsepower style.
It will only go one way. I always say I'll either knock them out or win. With Dan, it'll be a decent fight. It will be a good fight for me to show people the skill level and what I can do. I was at his last fight, decent performance. Showing a good power, good movement.
Yeah.
But then I realized later on down the rounds he was fatiguing a lot.
Do you
he
think?
Was getting a bit tired. Yes. And that's one area I was exploiting him on. But obviously later on in the rounds he'll get tired in, and I'll just do what Nedra Ben does. I just roll, boom, left up. See you later. But respect the fighter. Fair play to him. He's a decent fighter, yeah. Decent fighter.
What about like a Lyndon? Someone that's a very, very classy, big boxer, puncher, you know, a bit of a sniper.
Yeah, people say the jab takes you around the world, but you got to know how to use that jab first.
Yeah.
So, with Lyndon Arthur.
I wish I'd made a sound like a
yeah, that would have worked perfect for that too, right?
It's gonna be one of these episodes, is it?
Lyndon Arthur is a decent boxer again, but then again he showed against Yard second time out. As soon as he had pressure on him, he couldn't handle it. He just didn't want to be in there.
How did you think that rematch was going to go? Did you think Yard was going to take it, or did you think Arthur was going to do it again going into the rematch?
Nah, Yard, because if you looked at Lyndon Arthur body language after the fight and then leading up to the fight, it looked like he didn't really want to give him the rematch. He didn't want to rematch him because he knew in a rematch there's a possibility of him losing. You know what I mean? And that made Yard more hungry. And Yard is literally a talented fighter. Hats off to Yard. So I knew Yard was going to win, but I didn't know he was going to win like on that kind of like manner. Like that was just like total destroy. Like lions in camp.
Yeah, he wasn't fucking about.
No,
Jesus.
it wasn't proper shocked. Like I was really. I kind of thought that it was going to be a close one again. I was pretty sure that Lyndon was going to be a better version of Lyndon second time around with Yard. I thought he was going to be a little bit sharper and keeping him on range, but Yard just rocked.
Nah, exactly. He didn't really use his jab. Yeah, he didn't use his jab, and with a guy who loves to use his jab, Yard done the correct thing. Just isolate, pressure him, leave your head on his chest, and he didn't know what to do. So yeah, Lyndon should have called me for some sparring. It would have freaking helped him out, but hey, what can I say? People think I just in Love Island for a joke of it, you know what I mean?
You love an invite, don't you, to sparring? Like, I like that. I like that. Like there needs to be more of that. Like that was always the thing in the old eras where they would all spar together, they would all train together, they would all fight, but they'd all be pals. It don't why has it got to be like this? Yeah,
I don't know what it is, because they don't want to get shown up by Love Islander. You know what I mean? They don't want a guy.
You was a fighter before Love Island, though.
Exactly, but people don't see it as that. They just see it as I've been on TV. I'm a reality TV star / celebrity. You can't really buy. He's another Jake Paul, but at the same time, you're buying tickets and you're watching me fight. So yeah, so what? You know what I mean? It's just one of them ones. But I embrace
what we say with Fabio Wardley. It's like, how long are you going to refer to him as the white collar guy? You know, like what's the guy got to fucking do to?
Yeah, himself, it's just crazy.
He's banged out an ex-world champion. He's English champion. He's waiting for a British title. Like, at what point? So, right, for you, what is your ideal path? I know you're all about the big fights. I know you're all about the tickets. Are you fussed about picking up the titles on the way, or are you just like bring it on, anything and everything? I'm 12-0. That's for you. Let's do this. And at what opponent level do they start getting a name instead of a number?
What do you mean?
Because if you're facing off against your boy Canelo, at what point do you just be like, look, Giz, you're number 18. I don't remember your name. Listen, they're telling me you're Mexican, but you're ginger. I'm very confused.
I will always refer to my opponents as numbers because they are numbers to me. You know what I mean?
Amazing.
Like, it's just another number. I'll give them respect where respect is due. My last opponent, gotta give him respect. He came to literally make an upset.
He landed a few as well, the boy. Like he did he copped it, he got punished for it, but he definitely got a few through, didn't he?
Yeah, I got a chin like Triple G. Haven't you heard?
Just have.
So back onto the question with the belts. The belts behind you right there. I want a WBC and a WBO belt. Really
nice.
And
as well. Look at that. Look. Oh,
just right behind you. Yeah.
Oh, there's WBA there, but I can't.
Yeah, and the WBA.
Yeah.
Got the lot. The only one I haven't really mucked about with yet, which is rude, is the IBO because it's like. I mean, sick if you get one. Right. If you
is that IBO behind you?
No.
IBF.
IBF on the red one.
Oh, yeah, that's
IBO's down here. We got
the big four. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Listen, we can't all be doing like very rustic leather and wood paneling. Like, Lord of the Manor, the geezer. If it wasn't for the post-it notes that are either a shopping list or like motivational affirmations.
Motivation right there.
Yes, man. Of course they are.
There we go, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, go on. So your path, like in your ideal path, what would you be going for?
First belt, I think.
Would you want the British belt?
British and English, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that both the same? British, English, not both different. Yeah, ideally those belts. Area title, men's title doesn't interest me at all. No, you know what I mean, that doesn't interest me at all. But
I think your notoriety is bigger than an area title.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100.
Yeah. Like I think you would be going back to get it as a point of like collecting the set.
Not really. It's what Mike Tyson said before back in the day. These belts just catch dust. You know what I mean? It's what you do after boxing and what you do inside boxing. Is where you're gonna leave your legacy. So no, they're memory belts. I'll just leave them to other people. Like whoever's trying to call me out, I'll just take them belts.
Yeah,
I'm not really bothered. Yeah, I'm not really bothered.
So British, European, and then world at all costs, like nothing. But like, I respect that a lot.
People might say I'm pushing or I'm dreaming big, but that's just where I know I can go.
Yeah.
If you don't dream big and back yourself and back up what you say you do, who will?
Yeah, exactly. No one will.
And also, people are gonna, like, we discuss this all the time, especially these days with like social media being so accessible. People just bitch and moan about anything. Like you say, I want to fight the best. People complain. Then if you fight like no one, people will complain. It's like, what the fuck do people have to do these days? Like you step up and like on the off chance that people come short, it's like they were exposed. Or no one's like, no. They took a shot, they stepped up and they're fighting great people. Someone's got to win, someone's got to lose. It happens sometimes. People are too quick to hate, so keep doing fucking you, man. Like that's the thing. Fuck what people say.
There we go. People were saying, "Oh, we want Idris to fight someone winning record." I fought 2 people winning records, and I've showed people levels where they're all surprised. Or like, "Oh crap, we could actually fight them." You know what I mean? So what are they going to say next? Like, I don't please them. I don't please people. I just make sure I please myself, and then my future wife.
That's the best way to do it. Current wife. Let's not call her future wife. Let's just, when future wife becomes wife, you have to refer to her as current wife. Otherwise, she gets lazy. You got to keep them on their toes, bro.
I haven't even got a bird. Nah, I haven't even got one yet.
My wife's not overly impressed by that. She just walked in, but that's all right.
Crap.
Anyway,
wife of the moment.
Wife of the moment. That's dark, isn't it? Yeah. So run me through what it's like being Idris, right? You got a massive social media following. Do you get an absurd amount of abuse?
Yeah, yes. So I get loads of things. Like every time on a post a story, people DM me, drop some comments. But I see it as fuel for my wood, in a sense, if that makes sense. No, fuel for my fire. I just love it. Like before a fight, I would literally read the comments. And that would just get me pumped up and ready for the fight. Like, yeah, I'm going to go out there now as well and prove you guys or just comment this and show you what I can do. So, if you're mentally weak and so forth, it will get to some people, but it's quite challenging for me and I quite enjoy it. Not enjoy it, that's not it doesn't really bother me as much.
I mean, it is a very interesting one for me personally, because, we see it on a micro scale with just like our pod accounts. Like, we're talking about 1% of what you have as a following. Yeah. As well as being the follow, like how much of that following came in the bump from reality TV?
Bloody hell, I think all of it.
kept it since.
Yeah.
There you go. So let's be positive about that one. But like that bump itself, that must have been like overnight a little bit wild. You know, immediately were you getting mad offers, mad, you know, promo deals and everything that you would expect with blowing up.
Yeah.
It was just coming through hard and fast.
Hard and fast, but at the same time, I just don't get why people get the time out of the day and just drop link on the comments. And they must just be bored. You know what I mean? And especially when you call them out, it's funny. You know, when you call them out, you give it back to them. They can't take it. They can't take it. So it's quite funny.
It's always, we say this too, it's always someone with no profile picture, private account, fucking, they've made an account just to talk shit to people they'd never do in real life. It's like, what are you doing with your life? And the comment is so true. Like, no one ever talks shit to people who are doing worse than them. You know, they're always like hating on someone that's doing something they couldn't do themselves. It's a weird time we're living in.
It's crazy, really crazy.
So guys, for anyone who don't know, can you run us through how you got started in boxing, your, you know, pre-pro career? You know, did you have to do like shifts in some job that you fucking hated whilst you was getting everything moving? Like, you know, all of the stuff. Give us the nitty gritty.
Yeah, so in a nutshell, I think I started like literally in active sport when I was like martial arts, probably when I was 13, 14. I started doing kickboxing first.
Yeah.
I've done that for about probably a year and a half. Didn't compete at all. I was just watching my older brother kickbox. From there, removed, and then went to a new gym in Birmingham called DNA. Started doing boxing. I think I was about 16 doing that. From there, I've done white collar first. Enjoyed it, to be honest with you. I thought, okay, this is me. My first fight was quite interesting.
How many white collars did you do?
I've done 10 white collars.
It's decent.
Yeah, 10 white collars. To be honest, my first fight was interesting because I came out like I've already won the fight. I was posing, I was doing everything, and it didn't go that way. You know what I mean? I lost on points.
No.
Yeah, literally, the guy came out like a wild cat. So after that, I went to my revenge, carrying on doing my white collar boxing. Then I done the amateur scene, done about 16 fights as amateurs. Was all right with doing amateurs, but then I thought, do you know what? I'm going in that ring and I'm getting punched. Why not just get paid for it? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I thought, let me just turn over pro. I took a year out first before I turned pro to manage my weight, see what weight I can fight at, what weight I can cut down to. And that's how I found out I could cut down to super middle / middleweight.
You think you can get down to middle now?
If it was a big fight on the line, I'll get down to middle. I'll get down to middle.
There's like a hole at middle that's ready to be filled for Idris Virgo.
Seriously, I do you know what? I could do it. I could do it if I really wanted to get down to middle. I could do it.
Virgo versus Bentley. Shut up and take my money. Virgo versus Cash. Behave. Oh mate, Denz is our boy. Like, Denz is our boy. But like, you know, Cash, serious. Like that's a serious fight. That's two explosive animals just going. Like,
yeah, that'd be quite interesting. That'd be a good fight actually. Actually, I might. I don't. If there's that's what I mean. If there's an interesting fight, I think I probably could do it. I think I could do it. Yeah. So turnover pro. Then I decided, as a pro, realize you've got to make noise and you've got to do the noise correctly. I was doing these interviews for obviously promote myself, and I realized I need more exposure. Long story short, I was watching Love Island the night before. I always would read like the book The Secret before I go to bed. So I was reading the book The Secret. I woke up in the middle of the night randomly, and my mind says, apply for Love Island. And then the next day I got a call from Love Island. Said you've been fast tracked, can we do a Skype interview, etc. Done the Love Island scene. I think I only lasted about 6 days. Only 6 days on there.
But listen. That was one of the few seasons of Love Island that I watched because it was after. It was like one or two after like the biggest one ever, and like you burst on that shit. I remember you doing like that fireman challenge, and I was just this geezer is absolutely and utterly off of his canister. Like me and my wife were watching it. It was like, this geezer's mental. Like like everyone else is like knocking on the door, and you like literally flying kicked it open in like a fucking oiled up G-string, looking like just an ebony savage, just in. It was powerful. It
had to be done, man. I'm competitive. I wanted to win. You know what I mean? I wanted to win. So I had to do it. I think that's one of my best like scenes and best moments on Love Island, to be honest with you, the 5-minute scene. I really enjoyed doing that. I really enjoyed it.
It sounds like you can open up a thriving OnlyFans if required.
I should have it. Actually, that ain't a bad call, actually. Damn, I didn't do that before.
Listen. You and me can talk offline, and we can have this. We can have this set up. I've got the equipment. I've got the lights. Where are you in Brighton? Are you still in Brighton? My sister lives in Brighton. I've got somewhere to stay. We can make this happen.
I think we should make it happen. You know what I mean? AB's doing it, Adrian Broner, so why not?
Yeah, AB had a full sex tape as well. Do you remember?
Did he?
Yeah.
He had a full sex tape, and I'm gonna be honest. His penis, his genitalia, is the darkest thing I've ever seen. Right? It is so black.
Yeah.
It's like light absorbing. You're like, what is this? This goes against physics. This goes against this goes against the universe. Shout out to the divine creator, but let's be honest. Anywho, we tangented there. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's fine. And now I'm thinking about all the fans, but
have a word with Jake. He's the social media man, isn't he? Let's see how good he is.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine that chat with Mick, just sitting him down in his office? It's just be like, look, I'm gonna continue fighting, and I'm gonna have a Hennessy logo on one of my cheeks. But
you know what? I'm gonna say it to him as a joke. See what he says.
I'm saying we could get a nice gold body paint job going on. He'd love it. He'd be all about it. He'd probably put money up for it. He'd probably buy your equipment. Yeah, Mick loves it. He's a fan of the arts.
Oh, is he? That'd be crazy.
Right, so yeah, Love Island.
Yeah, so after Love Island, that's when my I think that's when my career took a big like.
Is that just me that's gone quiet?
Hello?
No, we can hear.
Okay, I was just hold on.
You tripping balls? What's going on?
I don't know what's going on there.
There we are. I don't know what
cookies just kicked in. What's going on?
No. I just had a moment there. Go on.
Well, yeah, after Love Island, that's oh shit, I totally missed out my working experience, didn't I? I totally missed out. So before Love Island, while I was a pro, I was working on the railway. With me, I always give like 110%. So on the railway, I was a trap man. And then I moved up to like a cost, then I was like an ES, then I was like a craney, and then I was doing all the jobs within like a year and a half because I was committed. I knew everything, studied, and just I was getting paid more than the supervisors, put it that way, for being there for a short amount of time. While I was doing that,
cracking up the overtime.
Oh, no, I didn't do overtime. I just done my jobs, knocked it, and that was done. The railway is weird. Railway is just like it's on another level. You could be booked in for 8 hours, but you could only work like 2-3 hours if you get the job done. It's crazy, man.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but it's the cold, it's bad. Freeze my bollocks off. But in my mind, while I was doing the railway, I always thought I needed to plan out. I needed to get out of this because I couldn't wake up, train, do my jog, go to work. It was too much. Plus training for my fights, it was just too much. I always knew I needed a way out. And then that's when Love Island knocked on my door as well by that time. So since I've done Love Island, my whole life has just changed for the better, not for the worse. He's still there.
Yeah. Still
No, don't
worry about it. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's a positive because you're like one of one that said that. Like everyone else mugs it off and says it's a curse and all this other stuff while they're shopping out there, skinny teas, living in a giant house. It's just like, it ain't that bad. Exactly. It can't be that bad then.
No, it doesn't make sense that they say that, but then they're on the plane to Turkey getting their veneers.
Yeah. Mate, how wild are them teeth? Why don't they just look like normal teeth?
I don't know, To be honest with you, I was that close for flying out myself to get some veneers.
Don't do it.
Oh, that close.
Yeah, don't do it, mate. Like, I don't understand the veneers. Like, they're just like 30. Each tooth is just that little bit, like not even that little bit. It's half a tooth too big. And you're just like,
yeah.
I don't need to see that you paid for your teeth. Respect.
Yeah,
like
it's just one of them ones.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Perfectly straight. It's like a weird, wonky white gum shield, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. So go on. So yeah, post Love Island or post Trains, even like you got Love Island. You came out, and then like, how did you? When did you decide? Like signing with Hennesy, going down to Brighton. Like, was you still in Birmingham at that time?
Yeah, I was still in Birmingham. I think after Love Island, I was Boxer. You know, Boxer, Ultimate Boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing some stuff for them, fighting for their promotion, and then that's I think when COVID hit. When I was meant to jump in the Ultimate Boxer tournament, I was meant to do that tournament.
Oh, you was meant to do the tournament.
Right.
The tournament's that's a fun. It's like a good night.
Yeah, I was meant to do it. Actually, I was meant to do the tournament. And, you know, rest his soul. You know, Zeb Eubanks. He was meant to be in it as well. So so I was meant to do that tournament, and then COVID hit, and then when we got the all clear to fight behind closed doors, that's when Hennesy knocked on the door. Blessing from above.
Yeah, for sure.
Fought on his show first time, got a beautiful knockout body shot. That's what they call me, the body breaker. And then since I call myself the body breaker, people call the body. So I might have to change my name.
Yeah. just leave the body out. Just do the breaker.
Yeah.
Like,
The breaker,
you're just done.
The breaker, yeah, that actually ain't too bad. I had 2 fights with Hennesy. Two. He was impressed. And then he signed me after that. And then now I fight with Hennesy. I box full time, and I'm just practicing my craft. For my, about get my words out. Oh shit! 2 seconds.
No worries, mate.
Wait a second. I've got to make sure I do this correct.
No worries, guys.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, so I made a decision as soon as I got signed by Hennesy to move to Brighton and get coached by Scott Welsh.
Why Scott?
Oh, that was a great. He's got the experience and he's been in the game for a long time. He's been there, wore the t-shirt and everything. He knows what he's doing. So I thought I need to get away from Birmingham. I need to make a lot of a sacrifice. I was too comfortable. I could feel I was too comfortable in my environment. So I thought, you know what? I can't get too comfortable. I can't get lackadaisy. You know what I mean? I haven't won no world title, so I can't be walking around like I'm the champ. So I thought, let me go to Brighton. Went to Brighton. Good experience down Brighton. Sparring Chris Eubanks Jr. Sparring, who else has been sparring down Brighton? That's it really. There's Chris Eubanks Jr., some amateur lads and some other lads. So getting a lot of experience to be honest with you down Brighton. And then that's it.
Have you been in there when Roy's down there?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, I've been there when Roy's down there. He's given me some pointers. He's been impressed. Yeah, he's been my movement, how strong and good I am. To be honest with you,
I can see him liking your style quite a lot. You know.
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, he's we had a good little talk. Even had a talk with Chris Eubanks Senior as well.
Okay, saying, what was that like?
Oh, it was quite interesting because my mum's name is Eubanks with the S at the end. So I was trying to explain to him the story behind that, and then he was saying your style is similar to James Toney. So I was like,
young James Toney, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's interesting. He goes, yeah, you got a sharp jab, you got nice head movement, work on them factors. If anyone comes into your range, flip the right hand out and just knock them out with the right hand for the top, stick your jab out and keep on moving. It was good conversation, good talk. So and he being down Brighton and being around those people makes you realize the levels you can get to, and it is possible.
Sure. Yeah.
People don't see what you do behind the scene, just the end product when you make a cake. So being there now, I've seen it. I've been there, and it makes it more believable. Like you can get there, you can do. You just got to keep on pushing. So it was a good wake up call. So so I'm just gonna keep on improving, and then just keep on getting these knockouts. That's the plan, but not force it.
Yeah.
I've done my first 8-rounder, and I got a knockout. So I want to just keep on building.
You're like beyond positive. Is that something you you actively work on? I know we had little bants earlier about the quotes on the wall and stuff like that, but is it something that you're like all day, every day, like the mind is the most important part for sure? Like, is this something you're constantly drilling?
Yeah, 100%. You gotta get your mindset correctly first, and then your body will follow. You know what I mean? I've got like a book there written down about 300 things what I want in life. So morning when I wake up, I do my little prayer, read that book, and then when I go to bed, I read that book again. So I constantly, it's in my mind, and eventually I'm visualizing it, and it will appear in that kind of sense. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I don't want to be reading it because I'm like, oh, just want to sleep. You know what I mean? But my mind's like, you gotta read it, you gotta read it. So yeah, man, it's all about the mindset. It's all about the mindset. 100%. It was all about the mindset. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, being positive is the way forward.
I mean, the man in the corner, Ian, he's also one of the most positive people I've met. Like he just naturally is. Like, so where does that come from? Is that something you've just developed over the years, or is that something that's been instilled into you by like an early doors coach, or what?
I'll be honest with you, it started from, it's gonna sound weird, but when the first lockdown, I came across a guy called on YouTube, David Goggins. Yeah. So
can't hurt me.
Yeah, I'm a gumshed. He literally says, "Can't hurt me." I'm a gumshed.
Nice.
He literally, I'm a gumshed.
That dude is a savage. Fuck.
So I'm there now, listen to him, and I thought, you know what? Let me test my mindset. So yeah, he's got a challenge every 4.
Oh, the 4.
Yeah, so I've done it. You know what I mean? I thought, let me just test my mindset, see what I can do, and I've done it. And after when I've done that, I put in my cookie jar. You know what I mean? I've learned from there. Everything what's bad, what happens, keep putting your cookie jar because you can't look back. You know what I mean? You got to keep on moving forward, and it's all in your mind. Like your mind's got 2 sets in your mind. A part of your mind, it doesn't want to do it, and there's a part of your mind that does want to do it. But your part of your mind will always wins. It's the part when it says, I don't want to do it. And then you shy into that way. But if you could overcome that side of your mind and go like, do not forget, I said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. If I was going to do it, why did the thought get into my head? You know what I mean? Because the thought's in my head now, I've got to do it. You know what I mean? So it's quite crazy. Just listen to him. Totally changed my mindset. And from there, I was actually my work effort to like training and doing everything is totally different. Like you were saying, people don't understand, they're more about going to the gym and working out. But it's only for an hour. Just think about it. You're in the gym for an hour, so just get yourself ready to be in that gym for an hour. Get your kit ready. You're going to wake up on Monday for a jog. Everything set out, and then just go for the jog. Don't care if it's raining or it's cold. Just get out there and do it. Because when you do it, you feel better and you overcome the negative of your mind. It's crazy. I could go on about this guy, but I listen about him, man. So it's crazy, man. Yeah, that's when I've all changed. That's what I think I've changed, my mindset.
I mean, he's my favorite thing of his is it's just what we do now. Like your alarm goes off at 4:50. I get up. Literally, it's an affirmation of I get up now. This is what I do now. Have you seen the he's like a Navy admiral who talks about making the bed. Like the first small act of the day is making the bed.
That's Jocko.
No. It's the one that Jocko. I think the one that Jocko got it from. I thought this was like or even Jocko. Like, imagine turning up to a restaurant, your table's late, and it's like Goggins and Jocko just having a chat.
I love Goggins. Literally put something up yesterday on his social, which was such a good point. He was like talking about an NBA player, was complaining about training. He's like, if he could just record himself and listen back, he'd realize how much of a bitch he sounded like. And it's so true. Like, you know, when you're like that bit of you that's like, oh, not today. If you just record that, play it back, you'd be like, come on, pussy, just fucking go do it. It's such a good point.
It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. So yeah, that's when it changed.
So Brighton life. So with Scott. Okay, Scott is one of the, like, you look at that guy and he looks like a lock, stock villain, doesn't he? Like he looks like one of the hardest men the world's ever known, and he sounds like it. And he to be fair, Tommy, he looks like Rag and Bone Man without the issues, you know. And he just is that guy. So you got hooked up with him. There's obviously a very no nonsense gym down there, and like, what is life like under the Welches? Is it roots? Is it just what you would like? For me, I would expect it to be like living with a Goggins, but with a deeper voice. And probably more, say that. And more likely to get stabbed.
Yeah.
Just a friendly stabbing, like a light stab. Yeah.
You could say that. Yeah, you could say that. The series down there, they take the craft serious. Yeah, you could actually say that. Actually, yeah, I didn't feel that. Yeah, say that. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, that's right. Actually, yeah.
Decent. He's spoken about your power, and obviously everyone loves to talk about their power, no matter how much power they do or don't have. But he said that you basically crack like a heavyweight.
Yeah. That's like literally they put the body bag on as well, and guys who have like bruised ribs and everything, man. Like I've got the power. I just need to keep on transforming it into the ring.
Yeah,
and I think more times get out, more active I am, you're just gonna see better and explosive,
and more rounds too.
That's it. There we go. Like you could in my last fight, I wasn't. I don't think I felt tired because in the 7th round I was on my toes moving around like it was first round. You know what I mean? This is why I call myself like the black Mexican, the black Canelo, because I think I'm like Canelo. Our movement and our slickness and our kind of.
Why don't we? Well, I'm gonna upgrade this. Why don't we call you Canelo Noir? Why don't we make it classy?
Noir. What does Noir mean?
Black.
Oh, I can't even.
Yeah. Canelo Noir. Right. That's cinnamon in Spanish and then black in French. We're international, and it sounds good too. Canelo Noir. I'm seeing a fragrance.
That's the OnlyFans channel name right there.
There it is. Now we want percentage.
Or you get 2%.
Fine, done. 1 each. Right, yeah. Sorry, you're saying about Canelo. Yeah, that's why they call you. That's why they call you Canelo Noir.
Canelo Noir. That ain't too bad. I have to use that. See, now I've got a few names. I've got the Canelo Noir. I've got the Breaker. I just need an OnlyFans name first, and then I'll be fine.
I think Canelo Noir. I think that'll do very well. I think that'd do very well. And if you're worried about the level of class that's on it, we just put the accent on it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So how do you see Eubank Williams going? Because like you've been in and around and seen it. Like that is, I'm going to be honest, as most British fight fans will be, he has been quite a hard way. It's like every single version of us, no matter who it is, has pretty much had the same conversation, right? When he went pro, we were buzzing. Like he comes out, he's simply the best. He's got Chris there. It's nostalgia. It's wicked. He's a good fighter. He's shooting like he is what you would want a fighter to look like. Like you've said, he looks like he's made in a computer game, right?
Yeah.
And then it was very hard to warm to him. And then very recently, with the face-off with Williams, he's won me. I'm in. Like Williams is sitting there fuming at him, and he's like, "Is it? Do you not like my? It's my jacket, isn't it? It's pissing me off." Like I'm in now. Yeah. I'm in there forever. Like but he's quite a polarizing figure, right? It seems to be like his people are his people, and if you're one of the people, you're his people forever. And if he doesn't like you, like you're very much so aware that he doesn't like you. So obviously, you're in the inner crew.
Yeah.
So what do you think with him and Williams?
Williams was a tricky character because it was funny that he pulled out from the first fight because I dropped a tweet saying, Williams, be careful there because you didn't turn up for my sparring session. So please don't pull out from me.
Spar him?
Yeah, he flapped it. I wasn't surprised because last thing you want to do is get beat up by me. You know what I mean? So yeah. Oh.
I don't know. I reckon you might get a few invites on that OnlyFans.
Okay. Other than that,
love is love, right?
Yeah, that's it. No, I mean, no, I'm joking. So he flapped to him with the sparring, and then all honesty, I think Chris has got his number. 100%, Chris has got his number. For him to change his coach suddenly just for that fight, Chris has got his number. He's worried. He's worried about he needs something to be improved just for the fight with Chris. You know what I mean? If you're comfortable with what you're doing for all these years with your coach and you switch just because you're fighting a Pacific fighter, I think that will give me the extra boost as well because you'll be like, you just switched coach for what reason? Like, okay.
How about this as a different angle though? Because when he went with the Ingalls, other than Conor Benn, I would say that Liam Williams is probably the most improved fighter as he's moved to a new trainer. he looked phenomenal. Like even against Boo Boo, like he looked good against Boo Boo. There was no disgrace in that loss. Like he got put on his ass, but to be fair, put another 3 rounds on that. Who knows what goes on, right? But he did evolve drastically.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe he's now got? I mean, what I want to know is what happens to Harlem, because he's trained by Booth as well, or down that gym. Do they just say, look, you got to come back in 2 months?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think they're probably at different times.
Yeah, but even then, you can't really you can't really have that, like, especially with, anyway. But yeah, like maybe he's gone to Booth to add more to the skill set. Like maybe it was like it worked before. I'd learned and got to a world title shot. Now I'm going to go with Adam. You may have 5 fights with Adam, and then maybe try like Rob McCracken or who insert any Scott Welch.
Yeah, true. Yeah, to be honest, you are right. Like it is. Yeah, he might just want to try something new and improve on the sitting skill. I think Adam Booth probably give him more the sharpness and more quickness. I believe, because he's that type of guy who could do that with a fighter. Has he trained with him before then?
Who?
Liam Williams. Yeah.
Not with Booth. No, he was with the Ingles, wasn't he? He was with Dominic. Yeah, so he had his like local Welsh coach, and then he got to like British title level, didn't he? And he had a couple of like less good fights, and then moved on to the Ingles. Yeah, but like I reckon he'll look quite good with Booth. Like he's explosive as fuck as well, isn't he?
Yeah. No, I mean it's good pairing. I'll be interested to see how.
The problem is that Junior knows Booth very well because he's done quite a bit with him already, hasn't he?
But then, has he? He has, doesn't he?
Yeah. He was trained by Booth in and out for a little bit.
Yeah. So that
do you reckon Junior stoppage then? Because that's the tough one, isn't it?
I could see them going toe to toe.
Really?
Yeah, I could see them going toe to toe, and someone will fall. But at the same time, Junior, he has got a tough chin. He has got a hard chin, and he could take shots. So it's gonna be an interesting fight.
Is he? I mean, who's the best that you've been in with sparring wise? Obviously, sparring, and it's all learning and all that other stuff. But there's always levels, isn't there, to everything?
Oh, if I had more rounds with Billy Sundry, it will probably be him. But I'll probably say, Billy Sundry's.
Yeah.
Billy Sundry. Yeah, Joe. Yeah. Yeah. No, you want that'd be a good matchup later down the line if he was on it.
I think he might be done there,
Yeah. You think?
Yeah.
I think so. I think he might be retired now. Or he might have a couple come back and nick a couple more quid. But I think, like, what more is there to do?
He was especially with a big target like that.
The thing is, like, the last thing you want is to be in the Kell Brook situation where you got one side just held together with mesh and then the other side gets caved in, and it's like, well, now what?
Yeah, true.
Your boy did a number on him.
Canelo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll revenge him for him. Don't worry, I'll fight. Imagine now, I'd love to fight Canelo. That'd be freaking crazy, man.
Do you know what? I have a feeling that if the contact was made, I reckon you could go over there and train with them for a bit. I reckon they're quite, like, as long as you've got they'll do a bit of like due diligence on you, but I reckon they'll probably let you in.
Have you got the contact for me?
I haven't, but we can do it via Instagram.
Oh. Yeah,
we get the OnlyFans numbers up first.
Yeah, that's it.
We've got clout, so then we've got reality TV, internet, local celebrity in Brighton.
Yeah,
well, that's what more can they want? Yeah, what more can they want?
Yeah, that'd be good. Like a diamond for them. They'll love it. What am I doing that? Or Triple J would be good as well.
Yeah. See, now you would have to go down to 160. Do you know what? I am adamant that Triple G has probably got about 3 or 4 proper Triple G fights left in him, and then I think he just swans away.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even sure it's that many, to be honest. Like the way they're spacing out these fights, I'm worried that he's just like, you know what?
Do you know what? Stop. If he comes back and he fights that Murata, and if he lost to Murata, I would be the most devastated I've been.
Yeah.
Probably since Hamed got done by Barrera. Nah, Hatton was Hatton. It's fine. It's whatever. But like Barrera, when he beat Hamed, I was devastated. Like that's key. Anyway, but yeah.
I don't even. You're more into boxing than
probably before your time, to be honest.
Yeah,
as well.
I was thinking.
Yeah, before your time.
Who was your favorite boxer?
Yeah,
I would say Muhammad Ali.
Yeah,
Muhammad Ali, 100%.
fascinating.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali.
Nice.
Yeah, you got it right there.
He's got him everywhere. He's got him tattooed on him, isn't he?
Yeah. The day he died.
There you go.
Because that's why I started boxing.
Wow. Oh yeah. It's interesting, that is.
When's your next bout? Month-wise, obviously, opponent-wise, is a bit different.
Yeah, I think they're looking at March. That's what I think they're looking at.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for them to confirm not who's going to be, but hopefully the date.
Yeah.
Start cutting down.
Is that the Eggington card? Would that be on? That would be that one. So that would probably be in your neck of the woods, isn't it? And at Birmingham.
Yeah, Coventry.
I'm from London, mate.
Oh yeah.
Is there dragons or not dragons?
Not dragons.
Not dragons.
Yeah,
Sick.
Yeah, I think I'll be in Coventry. Yeah, so that's my neck of the woods. So it'll be quite interesting. I like Crystal Palace, to be honest. I think that was a good venue.
Yeah, it was a tough one to get to for me and the guys that I went with, but it was a good venue. You're right.
Yeah.
It was a big space. It worked well. That was the best part about it. It worked really well. Had good seating. It had it all, really, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice spot. Right. Guys, I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
Back before I think my sound went. You were saying about the opponents you've had. Do you think that there's a part of it that they wear a couple of shots, and then because they are more like the development professional opponents, I don't want to say journeyman, some of them, because obviously there's a few of them that are, because you're in that stage of your career.
Yeah.
They're like, if I get banged out cold, I'm out the game for 6 months. So I'm now going to run and tuck up. And then irrelevant of like how much power you have, you still have to land it with these people, and they're skilled and professionals at not getting landed on.
Yeah.
It's a tough one, isn't it? So the hungrier and the more ambitious the fighters get that you're now fighting, the opportunities are going to be there way more for you to get those. I mean, we have a thing, which is this logo here on my cap that we call Kuf Club, which is like, it's basically the knockout of the day. So I can see quite a few of those heading.
Yeah, 100%. You hit the nail right in the head, because that's technically what been happening. As soon as they feel the power, they go on a bicycle and go on a run. They go to the corner shop just to get some milk, you know what I mean? And they don't come back. So, yeah, you're right. And now these fighters, they're going to come and they're going to think they're more hungrier. They're just going to leave themselves open, and then bosh, then knockout. You know what I mean? And you're right. I do believe that's what's going to happen in the next couple of fights. So I'm quite excited. Just got more rounds.
Who's the one? No promotional, no politics, no anything. Who's the one next that you would love?
Really, I'll either want Tommy or Jake Paul. You know what I mean? I want a big. To be honest, I want a big money fight. You know what I mean? Those two guys are the big cash cow around out now. So I want my 2 cents out of them before someone takes out of them. You know what I mean? Why not?
Well, listen, if Floyd's fighting that child, like he's fighting like the Sheikh's little boy, isn't he? The 19-year-old. Streets.
That Tommy one is that's a fight to be like. That makes so much sense.
You know what? The only reason I'm pushing for this fight is because they made the first move to me. They contacted my team saying, "Oh, are you interested in fighting Tommy Fury?" I said yes, and then I said to them, "Let's build this fight up, and I'll go to Tommy's fight, and then I'll go into the ring. I'll call him out X, Y, Z. Be good for publicity X, Y, Z." And they've turned around and said to me, "Idris, you can't come because Tommy said you're going to put him off. So yeah, just forget it." I'm like, wait. I don't get it. So why call out for a fight? I accept it. And then you're telling me the guy doesn't want it. Do you know what really happened was? I think they made that decision without talking to John Fury, because John Fury was there when I sparred Billy Saunders. And then he's really seen what happened in the sparring, and he's seen what I can do. And he must have thought, wait a second. Nah, if he's done that, if he sparred with Billy Saunders like that, it's too much for my son. That's what's really happened. So that's when I think they took the back step and I thought, it's too risky. But I've said it numerous of times. Tommy has ruined that fight with Jake Paul. He might as well forget about that fight with Jake Paul. Now, the only option I believe Tommy's got is to fight me, because he's going to fight someone with a winning record. He's going to fight someone else. The public does not want to see that now. They want to see a celebrity fight with some entertainment. They want to see some, as I said, some excitement. So the next fighting line I believe he's got is against me, because it will bring people on seats. It will bring pay-per-view sales up to the ceiling. It'd be just a crazy fight. Just imagine the build-up between me and Tommy. I'll bring a big water gun, splatter in his face. You know what I mean? Ooh. Everything, man. Like, and I'll speak to his bird as well to show her how to speak on a podcast. I'll be careful what you say. You know what I mean, and not insulting people. But yeah,
do you know what? I didn't think she really said anything that bad. You know, like
me neither.
I didn't think it. I was kind of like, yeah, you're right. Like it wasn't. I don't know what the backlash was about. But then someone sent me a video of someone that was moaning that a set of scales that they got sent actually took accurate weight, and that was offensive. So. I don't know what age we're living in right now,
this
mate.
Generation.
It's all fucking made up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you actually think that the Fury lot would let them fight you though? Because that's like, I was shocked that they let the Jake Paul fight happen, because that, you know, he should have beaten Jake.
Yeah.
But he also might not have done. You know, and then if he doesn't, he's there's no coming back from that.
100%. There we go. So I don't know. It's a big risk for them. They've got to see if is it going to be worth it. It's going to be worth a while to take that fight, because, as you said, if he does fight me, and when he does lose and knock him out, where he's going to go next? Where can he go? There's nowhere else he can go other than ask me for a rematch.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then they try and make it like a Wilder v Tyson Fury, but I want it to happen. I think it will happen. But I don't think it will happen yet.
Right.
I don't think it will happen yet.
What do you think has to happen for it to be time? Do you think that you need to get a little bit? I mean, like, you've got what, 4 times the fight? What is he? 5-0, 6-0?
Yeah, he's seven wins and 2 knockouts. I think it is.
There you go. Like you've got way more pro fight experience than him.
Yeah.
I think they bank a lot off of the fact. And to be fair, I don't think Tommy's that bad of a fighter. Like, Streets tends to be on the other side.
Think what my thing is, people just assumed he was going to beat Jake Paul, and it pains me to be the one to defend Jake Paul, but I was like, realistically, Jake needs to fight a boxer, but I'm not sure Tommy is the one to avenge the spirit of boxing. Do you know what I mean? Like that, he's a lot closer to Jake than he is to his brother Tyson. Is my whole thing. People just assume, they see the Fury name and they're like, oh, he's going to wipe the floor with Jake. And I'm like, I mean, he's still really fresh as a pro. Like, he hasn't shown a whole bunch, you know, like you said, like if he's going in against you, he needs double the amount of fights to get that experience level, you know? So I don't know. I just feel like people were straight away thinking, and then as it got closer, it was like, oh fuck, hang on a minute, like maybe not. And
so what you were saying before about the distraction and stuff like that, do you think, like, listen, in this is all opinion. In your opinion, was he injured and did he pull out for a valid reason, or was it a case that the risk actually, when they started to sit there seeing it all mount up, because the risk was vast? You can't come back after losing to Jake Paul.
Oh,
not only that, you know, you've legally got to change your name, which is Bance. Yeah. I fucking loved that.
Yeah.
Right. And then chances are Jake's going to get a tattoo of the picture of you lost. So it's forever. Like you literally would never live it down against the person who you can never live it down against in the biggest way. Like it's death. So if he's like uncomfortable with you turning up to promo a little bit, what the fuck's going to happen with Jake Paul when he's walking around with a 7-foot robot and just talking all manner of hype, presenting like Photoshop DMs between him and Molly May like he did last time, and it was just like,
yeah, love that.
What I like it too. I think it's entertaining. He hates it, right? But you're a salesman, you're a promoter. Like, this is just what it is.
Smart, very smart. I think both. I think they realised, as you said, all of that could happen, and at the same time, he did put his documents up of his ribs getting injured. So I was thinking, okay, then fair play to you. So it was a bit of both. But what I couldn't put two together was how Tyron Woodley was ready to step in, That was a bit fishy. That was a bit fishy for me. Like, come on, let's be.
Yeah, no, it is fishy. But then, like Tyron probably didn't have that much to lose. He was already training anyway, because when we were speaking to his trainer a little while ago, and he was saying that, you know, Tyron's like he's staying ready because he kind of wants. I think they were maybe thinking
he's been
about
chasing that rematch since the day he lost it.
Do you know what I think really happened was? I don't think it sold.
Right. I mean, it definitely didn't sell, but
that's why.
If it was here, it would have sold.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If that fight was here, it would have sold, and then they could have had you on the undercard. They could have had like all manner of stuff. They probably could have had a couple of YouTubers having a little row.
Yeah,
it was just, you know, maybe it's just bad management, bad promo.
That's what made me to do it.
Are you gonna go promo? Are you gonna go promotion after your career in boxing? Are you gonna stay in the game and just start hyping?
Yeah. Walk around
on.
with my fur coat on. You know what I mean?
No. Telling people how if they want to stroke the nylons.
Yeah, you want to stroke the nylons. I'll give them advice to make sure to start holding fans account as well. Any boxer out there listening to this, start holding fans account ASAP. Forget your sponsors.
Start seminars. Yeah, start seminars. Yeah. How I made it the IV way.
How I made it. Yeah. That's it, man.
Idris Virgo, it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll kill that there, and then when we get the fight announcement, I think chances are we're gonna be trying to do a little bit of like media work on the Hennesy shows anyway. So meet up with you in person, maybe buy you a coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think my dinner downstairs now has been burnt.
There we are. Was you expecting like a calm 15-minute job?
Yeah.
Was you? Yeah. Yeah, we're fish wivey. We'll have a chat. Guys, thank you so much.
Thanks so much for joining us, brother.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Chat soon.
Bye.